Ready to elevate every meal? Culinary experts reveal 8 underrated spices that transform a dish, from tangy sumac and amchur to aromatic nigella seeds, grains of paradise, mace, asafoetida, berbere, and za'atar. These hidden gems can replace citrus, deepen vegetables, and bring bold, global flavors to your kitchen with surprising ease. The kitchen revolution starts with your spice cabinet. 1. Sumac. The tangy game changer that replaces citrus. Less than p greater than. Here's something that might surprise you. Sumac is a spice that might not be familiar to everyone, but those who know it swear by its tangy, lemony flavor. The deep red spice comes from dried berries of the wild sumac flower, popular in Middle Eastern cuisine. It has a tangy, slightly fruity flavor with a hint of lemon tartness that is ideal for adding a rich, sour taste to dishes. Since the spice comes from dried berries, it also adds a great crunchy texture to any food it's used in. Less than p greater than. What makes sumac so incredible is its ability to brighten dishes without adding moisture. Sprinkling a dash of sumac over salads or grilled meats adds a refreshing zing without extra acidity. Imagine the tartness of a lemon minus the juice. That's sumac for you. Its vibrant color also enhances the visual appeal of your dishes. The deep red color alone makes any plate look restaurant quality, but the flavor is where it really shines. Try it on everything from roasted vegetables to kebabs, or even mix it into yogurt for a completely different experience. Less than p greater than. 2. Nigella seeds. The mysterious black pearls of flavor. Less than p greater than. Most people walk right past nigella seeds in the spice aisle, but that's their loss. The next uncommon but incredibly impressive spice we'd recommend everyone add to their cooking repertoire is the small, crunchy wonder known as the nigella seed. It's native to Western Asia and grown widely throughout the Mediterranean. Loved for their mild, nutty, and slightly peppery flavor, including hints of oregano and roasted onion, nigella seeds are just what they claim to be: seeds from a tall, delicate flowering plant known as the Nigella sativa. These small, elongated matte black seeds are crunchy and slightly chewy if eaten whole. Less than p greater than. Also known as black cumin, nigella seeds are tiny powerhouses of flavor. They bring a smoky, nutty essence to dishes and are commonly used in Indian and Middle Eastern cooking. Nigella seeds pair well with a variety of dishes, from curries to bread. Their subtle onion-like flavor adds depth without overpowering other ingredients. Think of them as nature's way of adding complexity with minimal effort. Nigella seeds are excellent when paired with sautéed or roasted veggies, including carrots, squash, and potatoes. They also add a nutty crunch to salads and are perfect when you tire of standard croutons or sunflower seeds. You can sprinkle nigella seeds on toasted bread or bagels, or even better, add them to any fresh bread dough or pastry dough you might be making. Less than p greater than. 3. Grains of paradise. Africa's best kept culinary secret. Less than p greater than. Here's a spice with a name that sounds like it belongs in a fairy tale, but it's absolutely real and absolutely incredible. A spicy, pungent cousin to ginger, grains of paradise, or Meleguea pepper, or guinea pepper as the spice is sometimes known, as a seed harvested from a lush, leafy green plant called the Aframoma melegueta, which grows in swampy regions through Western Africa. The bamboo-like plant is known for its beautiful purple flowers that gradually turn into pods containing peppercorn-like seeds, which we call grains of paradise. Used as a spice throughout the region for hundreds of years, grains of paradise has a complex flavor profile that combines hints of citrus, black pepper, and cardamom. Less than p greater than. The seeds can be used whole and added to hearty stews, where they create a subtle warming flavor. You can add whole seeds to your favorite olive oil to create a flavorful base for marinades or salad dressing. In fact, grains of paradise is one of the key ingredients in Bombay Sapphire. The beauty of this spice lies in its versatility. Once ground, the spice tastes amazing on grilled meats, where it adds a peppery, aromatic touch. For a low-sodium alternative to salt, try using some on freshly popped popcorn. Or add a spicy note to your favorite desserts and sprinkle some ground grains of paradise into your next batch of homemade cookies and pie filling, or stir a dash into hot chocolate. Less than, P greater than. 4. Mace. Nutmeg's more sophisticated sibling. Less than, P greater than. If you think you know nutmeg, think again. When the plum-like fruits of Myristica fragrans, an evergreen tree native to Indonesia, ripen, they split to reveal a shell-covered seed surrounded by a fleshy red outer lattice called an aril. The aril is removed and dried to produce mace, while the seed inside the shell becomes nutmeg. Nutmeg contains the same aromatic compounds as mace: sabinine, fresh, pinene, pine, myristicin, woody, and methyl-eugenol, sweet, plus limonene, citrusy, geraniol, floral, cineol, penetrating, and saffrole, sassafras. Nutmeg is used in bechamel sauce, and both nutmeg and mace feature in eggnog and other spicy sweets. Less than, P greater than. Less than, P greater than. Mace is a webbing or leaf-like spice that wraps the nutmeg seed. Mace has an even more savory, musky flavor than nutmeg, but they are similar enough that their flavors can easily be confused. Mace is often fried whole, and usually one blade or leaf of mace is enough to really impart a strong flavor. The thing about mace is that it brings warmth without overwhelming sweetness. From the same plant as nutmeg, but tastes more subtle and delicate. Great in savory dishes, especially stews and homemade sausages. It's like having the elegant cousin of nutmeg show up to dinner, more refined, more complex, and infinitely more interesting in savory applications. Less than, P greater than. 5. Asafoetida. The stinky spice that works magic. Less than, P greater than. Let me be honest with you. Asafoetida smells absolutely terrible when you first open the jar. Often termed as the devil's dung, due to its pungent smell, asafoetida is a staple in Indian cooking. Despite its strong aroma, when cooked, it transforms into a delightful umami flavor that enhances lentils and vegetable dishes. But here's the thing that most home cooks don't realize. That horrible smell completely disappears when you cook with it. Less than, P greater than. Less than, P greater than. Asafoetida is a secret ingredient of Indian cooking that highlights the other spices in a dish, similarly to how salt brings other flavors forward. It has a strong, pungent smell and mimics the flavor of onions and garlic. You only need a pinch or two of the potent yellow powder to achieve the desired effect, and it's wise to seal the container right away or the overpowering aroma will fill your kitchen. Asafoetida is made from dried resin tapped from the roots of an herb in the celery family. Think of it as your secret weapon for adding depth to vegetarian dishes. Known for its strong, sulfurous aroma, it mellows when cooked, imparting a flavor reminiscent of leeks or garlic. Use asafoetida in Indian curries and lentil dishes to enhance the overall flavor. Add a pinch to tempering spices like cumin and mustard seeds for an aromatic base. Less than, P greater than. 6. Berbere. Ethiopia's complex fire blend. Less than, P greater than. While most people reach for basic chili powder when they want heat, berbere brings something entirely different to the table. Berbere is the key to recreating authentic Ethiopian flavors in your dishes. This sweet, smoky spice blend can contain over a dozen different spices that vary depending on the region. The most common spices included are red chili peppers, fenugreek, garlic, coriander, ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. Berbere is used in the dish, doro wat, a chicken stew and the national dish of Ethiopia. Less than, P greater than. Less than, P greater than. One famous mix is berbere, known for combining chili, garlic, ginger, and fenugreek. This mix is essential in Ethiopian and Eritrean cooking, offering a fiery and earthy flavor. What sets berbere apart from other spice blends is its incredible complexity. African spice mixes usually balance heat with earthiness. You can expect spicy notes from chili or paprika. At the same time, some warmth comes from spices like cinnamon or turmeric. There is often a hint of sweetness or floral aroma. It's like having a whole spice cabinet condensed into one magical blend that transforms everything from roasted vegetables to meat stews. Less than, P greater than. 7. Amchur. The tangy powder that transforms vegetables. less than P greater than. Here's a spice that sounds completely made up but will change how you think about adding acidity to dishes. Amchur powder, made from dried green mangoes, adds a tart and tangy punch to your dishes. It's a popular ingredient in Indian cuisine, lending a unique sourness without the liquid of a lemon or lime. Think about how brilliant this is. You get all the bright, tangy flavor of citrus without any of the liquid that might mess up your recipe. Less than P greater than. Less than P greater than. Amchur is the powdered form of unripe, dried green mangoes. It's used in Indian cooking to add tangy, citrusy flavor to dishes without any of the moisture that would come from adding ripe fruit. Because it contains fruit enzymes, Amchur can be used in marinades to tenderize meat and poultry. You'll also find it used in chutneys and pickles to add fresh, sharp flavor. The genius of Amchur is that it solves a common cooking problem. How do you add brightness to a dish without changing its texture? This powder does exactly that, making it perfect for dry rubs, spice mixes, and anywhere you want tang without moisture. Less than P greater than. 8. Za'atar. The Middle Eastern blend that makes everything better. Less than P greater than. If you're only going to try one new spice blend this year, make it Za'atar. Za'atar is not just a spice but a blend, bringing together sumac, sesame seeds, and herbs like thyme and oregano. This Middle Eastern staple is bursting with flavor and versatility. Sprinkle Za'atar on hummus, mix with olive oil for a bread dip, or use as a rub for meats. Its earthy, nutty taste is complemented by the tang of sumac, making it a perfect all-rounder. Less than P greater than. Less than P greater than. Turns out it was Za'atar, a tangy nutty spice blend that is ubiquitous in the Middle East but not commonly known or eaten in the US. In Syria, Lebanon, and Jordan, Za'atar is a staple. The basic ingredients of this spice blend always include sumac, sesame seeds, and dried thyme, and then vary by region. What makes Za'atar so addictive is how it hits multiple flavor notes at once. You get nuttiness from the sesame seeds, herbal notes from the thyme, and that bright tang from the sumac. Za'atar can be used in many ways. It's great on grilled meats and vegetables, and in salads, but it's also an incredible component to add to your own homemade dips. Just mix the spice blend to taste with plain unflavored yogurt. Greek yogurt typically works best. Or make a spread for fresh bread or pitas by combining Za'atar with olive oil. It's like having the entire Mediterranean in your spice cabinet. Less than P greater than. 9. The kitchen revolution starts with your spice cabinet. Less than P greater than. The truth is, most home cooks are missing out on incredible flavors simply because they stick to the same tired rotation of salt, pepper, and maybe some garlic powder. The consumption of seasonings and spices in the retail sector has significantly increased over the years as consumers prefer cooking at home over dining out, particularly since the global pandemic. Consumers are seeking bold flavors and spices to enhance their home-cooked meals. Increased consumer desire for strong, varied flavors, healthy eating, and ethnic culinary trends are driving the market for seasonings and spices in North America. Additionally, the growing desire for natural and organic products, the growing popularity of home cooking, and growing knowledge of the health benefits of spices all contribute to market expansion. Demand has been greatly increased by the rising popularity of home cooking, which has been spurred by post-pandemic lifestyle changes and the growth of internet material connected to food. Less than P greater than. Less than P greater than. These 8 spices represent just the beginning of what's possible when you start exploring beyond the basics. The recent surge in home cooking has further propelled the use of diverse spices and seasonings in kitchens. Moreover, the pervasive influence of social media and cooking shows has familiarized consumers with global cuisines, spurring them to experiment with novel spice combinations. This transformation in the spices and seasonings market mirrors a broader shift in global food consumption, where a growing health consciousness intertwines with a spirit of culinary exploration. Each one brings something unique to your cooking arsenal, from the bright tang of sumac to the mysterious complexity of berbere. Less than P greater than. Less than P greater than. Your kitchen doesn't have to serve the same predictable meals night after night. With just these 8 overlooked spices, you can transform simple ingredients into something that tastes like it came from a world-class restaurant. The next time you're grocery shopping, skip the usual suspects and grab one of these game changers instead. Your taste buds will thank you for the adventure. Less than, P greater than.